To the lifers, man. We made gains in the group. Wasn't a perfect pump, but I moved my stop loss up, made those gains. Took it for everything it had, man. 1,700 in about 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. I wasn't counting exactly. I know it was under a half an hour. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Feel amazing, feel blessed, feel positive. We're gonna have the greatest live stream you've ever had. When I come on, man, it's gonna be the best. I can't wait. God has given us another day. And a day full of opportunity. I love each and every one of you. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. My goodness, we already made gains in the group this morning, last night. Woo! I'm feeling high off the gains. I tell you, man, gainitis is a real thing. You can get sick from gainitis. Got to take my medication just so I don't get more gainitis. I guess the doctor said if I don't take the meds, the gainitis is going to continue to spread and everybody's going to get it. But seriously, man, I want to be so sorry. I've been spreading a pandemic around the world recently. From many corners of the world, many people have gainitis from watching me. And they're sick. They're sick with gains. They can't take the gains anymore. The gains make them sick. They pay $99 a month and they make thousands of dollars and they say, wow, I never knew it could have been like this. And I said, but it could have. If you had just believed in yourself and believed in me, baby, let's go. I'm going to take a shot of ginger. That's going to get me spicified. Woo. Woo. Wow. And you see I got my blockchain tie. It's got Bitcoin. Anyway, let's talk about Bitcoin. It's 71,005. What did I do today? I traded BTCC. It was amazing. Great exchange. Moved my stop loss into position. Took profits. They didn't give me a crappy order. They gave me a great order. I was very happy. If we go to my trade history here and see the last trade that we pulled off, it was awesome. It was absolutely amazing, right? So we've got $1,700 on the detail. It only took me, I think, about 25 minutes. I just happened to get in at the right time, happened to get out at the right time. 71.7 out at 72.6, just a $1,000 move. But I doubled the whammy in there, and I was able to make $1,700 off a $1,000 move for Bitcoin. So, like, Bitcoin's the greatest asset for me to trade because I can control the risk. See, when I get into an altcoin, 1, 2, 3x leverage, the second you raise the leverage from 3 to 4, you're actually expanding risk by like 50. You know what I mean? It's like very big. But when you expand leverage from like, let's say 10 to 12 on Bitcoin, the risk is less because the asset is so big. You see what I'm saying? Like if you trade a coin that's 20 cents and you expand risk on 20 cents, and I got my nose burnt I got a sunburn, man, on my nose, man. It's all crispy and like, you know, flaky, gross. Anyway, shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. So and let me show you what I did. I woke up this morning and the 1 hour was in a beautiful flag. It hadn't broken out yet. It was looking pretty nice, actually. It was right here. And it looked like it was going to break out. I thought, you know, for me, it looked like it was going to go to 76,000. I went 2,500 for 10 grand. I got on the trade. Second I was in the trade, up 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, and it continued to rip. Now, this flag's still somewhat intact here. If you take away, because I don't do wicks, so wicks or whatever, there's a chance we could stay in here and stay tight 2-3 more hours and still get a continuation to the upside here. I haven't really given up on the structure, but when we were up really fast, we were ripping, and then I always switch to the 1 or the 5. And when I switched to the 1, look what I saw. Like I saw, it's just like, you know, I saw 3 giant, like when price action goes straight in a line, this is another thing. Price action goes straight, like the cleanest it can go is 3 candles in a row without any consolidation. That's just like, and I knew that was unsustainable. Then I made this flag and I said, if it bounces here and gets tight, I'm going to get in, but it didn't. It lost the flag. It fell to the downside. I told my trading group exactly when I got in. I told them exactly what I was doing. I gave them a detailed chart. I told them exactly when I moved my stop loss to break even, and I told them exactly when I sold my trades. I told them how many trades I was in. I was in a Bitfunded trade. Shout out to Bitfunded. I nailed my first 2 Bitfunded trades. Very excited for that. Really awesome. You know what I mean? Not a big shot. I'm not going for huge money. I'm just going for positive gains here on Bitfunded. And that's Bitfunded, Bitfunded. And yeah, I really worked with the team for a while, making sure all the parameters were right, the details were right, making sure that the situation was great for my subscribers. And they really answered the call. Great people. Really like working with them. It's been a blessing so far. Prop funds have come at me for the last 5 years. Over 25 of them have, or maybe not 25, but about 20 different prop funds have, you know, seeped their way to a meeting, tried to get with me, from Top Step to all the other, I won't even mention the, you know what I mean? But so many people have tried. And I just, I didn't like the structure. I didn't like the details. Not that, whatever. They're all great. I don't want to ever negatively speak about anything. All I'm saying is I wanted it catered better, and Bitfunded really made it happen. So I just wanted to say thank you to Bitfunded. Thank you to everybody out here. And may me and Bitfunded have a wonderful relationship for the next, 5 to 7 to 10 years, baby. Also, I traded live today on BTCC. And if you trade with my link here, basically register with the Lifer333 invitation code, to participate in the trading competition. Sign up now. All right? Win a Rolly, baby. And three people are going to win a Rolex. You see what I'm saying? They're going to pick 3 random people and give you a Rolex. Every participant has an equal shot. It doesn't matter how much you trade. If I trade 100 mil and you trade 10 mil, as long as you trade, you're entered in. Okay? And wouldn't that be amazing to have your first Rolex because you joined my link, man? And now you're rocking, it just came to you that way because 3 lucky people are going to get them. I'm so excited to see those lucky people take pictures with their rollies. And it's going to be amazing. So jump on in, and you only have to, you could take 2 to 3 trades. Like you could take the trade I took today on BTCC. So there you have it, man. Beautiful day to be alive here on BTCC. Beautiful day to be alive in the world, man. I'm excited. So yeah, I saw a bearish div. It looks like that looks like cat ears, does it not? That looks like cat ears right there. Cat ears dump like this to the downside. They'll head right here to this liquidity zone. You can see the gap in the VRVP. Looks like a pretty good place to short the market. I gotta say, am I gonna open up a short here? And you can see I love weeks too. Look at, I got money on weeks, man. Funding, I got a whole Bitcoin, 55,000. And I'm growing for my next Bitcoin here, see? I keep buying Bitcoin, folks, every single day. Matter of fact, makes me think I should buy some Bitcoin right now. Probably, right? Yeah. It's just a good idea to buy Bitcoin every day. You know what I mean? So every day I grab a little more. Even if it looks like it's going to dump, doesn't matter to me. I buy a little more BTC. All right. Where will we do it? We could do it anywhere. We could do it over here. We could do it over there. Let me see my assets. I get 84,000 here on BTCC. You can see I trust these exchanges with my monies. Over here on this account, I've got over 130,000 here. You know what I mean? So I don't stress my money on the very secure exchanges. Again, I never put what I'm like, my whole net worth on them. Like, let's say I was worth $1 million. I would keep maybe 100 grand on an exchange, never more. You know what I mean? And always be kind of mindful of how much you do have on exchanges, and always have hardware wallets, and then also third parties where they can have a store of a key and you can have a store of a key. So if someone came to your house and you can't access it, they'd have to drive you to a bank or something and get it more involved. It just wouldn't happen. That's a good thing about SHA-256 dual, right? Dual security there. So anyway, a bunch of different ways to do it. I highly suggest you get yourself a Trezor. Trezor's my favorite hardware wallet company. We should really reach out to them again and kind of revamp the relationship there. They got a new wallet out. Maybe I could interview someone from the company. I just would like to have like a real more substantial relationship with a wallet as I do with like the exchanges. Anyway, and I love Trezor. I've been using them since 2017. They were the first wallet I ever had, and I've had them for 10 years, folks. So this looks like a short. It looks like I should short this. Let me take a look here. Just for, I made good money today. I don't even need to trade anymore. I go for $1 to $3 grand a day. If I could, I'm already up close to $2 grand today. And I started, and we closed trades in big money last night. Then I opened up a trade this morning. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to tell you that if you join my trading group, I'm going to give you keys to success. I put out this inverted head and shoulder to the trading group yesterday. I said, look at that, man. Watch that. That's about to break out. I made that call for anybody in the group. We gave you the 1 minute. We gave you the 2. Anyway, I'm just going to keep teaching you guys. It may sound like bragging, but I'm just going to keep teaching. And I'm going to help as many people as I can every single day here on the channel. God bless everybody who lives in love, who keeps pushing, who shows up every single day and loves what they do, man. I love you all. I appreciate everybody here. Am I going to short this right now? The double top. Let's take a look. It is cat ears. It is cat ears, but you are touching the 21-day moving average there on the 1 hour time frame. It would tell you that you could short this like this. I would put my entry here. And God bless Google and YouTube, man. I'm so happy that they created such a beautiful experience and opportunity for people like me. We didn't have to go to Blockbuster. We didn't have to sign contracts with, shady people in Hollywood. And we all know where that goes, right? To make it. We could make it on our own from our own broadcasting studios. What a blessing. This is amazing. The future is now, man. The future is now. So, to get a 3-to-1, I'd have to get it all the way back down to 66.8. So, I don't know. It wouldn't be amazing. I don't love the risk to reward here on the trade. Does look like it's going to drop somewhere down to the 269,791. So I'm telling you right now, that looks like you're going to take a move. This is called cat ears, okay? It's a known dumping pattern. It dumps like 90% of the time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you, okay? Well, we made some cat ears. It is what it is. And I always like to show you guys could just Google this stuff, and it's there. And not these cat ears. These cat ears right here. This is the greatest example of it. That is cat ears. And we clearly have cat ears. It's a double top, but usually double tops are quick M's. They have like this will have this flat range in the middle. You'll hit the trigger and hit the target. The target will be the length from here to here. That will be the same, you know. Thank you so much for that like button. Please do that. Please kick it with me. I appreciate that. Everyone hit the like button. Yesterday we asked for 750 likes. We didn't get it. First time ever in the history of the channel. We didn't reach the like plateau. I thought it was a bit odd. I wanted to give $200 away, so today we're going to do it again. We're going to give $200 away. $100 to two different people. All right. If you get the likes up to 750. All right. So there you go. We're going to hook up two people are going to wake up today and be like, dang, I got more than you know? So is this going to dump for sure? I don't know. You know, am I going to take the short right now? Pretty happy with the day's pay. I don't think I have to go into risk right now. And I showed you my trades. I showed you like it's all transparent. There's no BS there. That's not a demo account on BTC. That's my real money. I don't trade demo. I learned with demo here and there, but I mainly traded my main accounts, and you will never see me trade demo here on this channel unless I'm showing someone how to trade or something. Like, you know, this is where you use the demo, but dang, man, I wanted that to really blast to the upside. We wanted continuation. People were quick to sell. That's the problem, too, because every dump has come with a pump. People don't trust it, and if people don't, until people trust this Bitcoin move, they're going to keep selling off every time we hit a quick resistance. That's just the facts of life, right? That's why I did what I did too. I guess I did the same thing instinctively as a trader. Didn't even really know what I was doing, but I had to do it. I'll just look at the short right now. So the take profit would be 66,968, and the stop loss would be at 72,867. Ooh, that shot of ginger got me guan, baby. Got me guan. I got salt water in here with some lemon too, which is like an electrolyte. Salt goes into your cells and helps you obtain water. That's why when people eat salty foods and fake salt, you know, you want good sea salt. But when people eat like fake salt, their face gets bloated. It traps all the moisture and all the water, and they just look like they don't have this, like, you know what I mean? So 71,049. Could we get a bounce here? Let's do our top-down analysis. It looks like we need it. You never know. This could fly. Like, this could defy odds. Like, this could. I've seen this before. It fakes out, it breaks out, it's still with a pattern, and then it goes out again. I've seen this happen over 100 times in my life, where they break it out, boom, then they go sideways a little, and then they pump the thing where it's supposed to go. They just stop hunted the shorts there, and what they want to do is they want to create more shorts. So if they make a double top here, a bunch of people will short this. And then we can rip up and get them. You want to watch your stochastics RSI too. That's very important. I love my stochastics RSI. It teaches me so much. It's the best. It's a blessing. You're new to the channel. You've never seen me before. What am I doing? Well, I trade the 5-day moving averages. How do you add that to your chart? Beautiful. What a great question you just asked. Go to Lifer, type it in, and hit Lifer 5MA. Click on that. That'll get added to your chart. You'll have the Lifer 5MA. Once you're on Lifer 5MA, they'll go to the settings and take off the plot. This is just so you can add other things and do a plot and all that fun stuff. And there's the 21 to 200 fill. I kind of like it. And then yellow, red, purple, blue. I mean, white, red, yellow, purple, blue, yellow. Those are the colors I use so you can stay on point. All right. But that's the Lifer 5MA. You could jump on in. You'll get 5 moving averages, all presented in a great form. Just a couple of different colors, but you know, that blue is just a lighter blue there than the one I used, that I've been using for a long time. Lifer 5MAs, baby. Lifer 5MAs. Ooh, what, one thing? Hold on. I just realized something. Turn that plot off. Yeah, you got to turn that plot off. Yeah, turn both plots off so you can get the yellow. Yellow's important. Yellow and white, right? Now when I see a trade, yellow and white, yellow and white, Yellow and white. I created a little bot too. Let's see if the bot picked up on what happened here. I'm back testing a bot that I created. And I just want to see what it did. It should have given us a long signal. Yeah, right there. It was a little late, but it gave you a great long right there. Told you to get him right there and got the pump. It doesn't give sell signals. It just tells you when to get out, get in. And then I use my signals to get out, right? Look, it gave a perfect long right there. Gave a pretty nice short. That short did play out. It wasn't perfect. I may have stopped you. But man, it nailed both the longs absolutely perfectly. Again, I got into the right shoulder. So like, I don't even need my own. Like, my mind is an indicator, man. You know what I mean? But I got a lifer bot, who the thing is amazing. Lifer bot. It is not open to the public just yet, right? So I got to back test it and work on it and get it going. One thing I actually want to test right now is that idea. Let me see something. So, how many people made massive gains today in the trading group? How many people did well for themselves? How many people did well for themselves yesterday? How many people made it happen, man? I love you guys. You guys are awesome. All right. Yeah. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you so much for jumping on into the channel. And there's my SP must have 333. That's like my this is how I make money, man. I'll be honest, I really should short this because that's a known shorting pattern. So I'm going to short it, but I'm going to short it for smaller money. Just add to what I made today. I'm not going to be greedy. Let's see here. Yeah, like 254 for 686. Yeah, because I'm already up $3,000. I made $2,000. I don't need to lose like more than 250. I want to make sure today is a win. I want to solidify today win, but I got a short going with the stop below those two tops. I mean, that's catters, man. If it rips back the other way, so be it, but it looks like it's going to dump on us to the downside. Let's do our top-down analysis, as I just made a live trade here on the channel for a short for Bitcoin. I mean, it's a clear cat ears. It's the most defined cat ears I've ever seen. If that doesn't dump, I'll be very surprised. Right through the gap, right back down to 68,750. Oil comes back. They're probably shooting missiles again, and it's all back to, like, you know what I mean? Let's see here. I'm going to ask Grok for the latest news on the war and see if we get any good information, man. Shout out to Choose Rich, Nick O'Neill. Hilarious guy, man. You got to love him. So funny when he goes into the public and bugs out. Anyone, you can order me a cup of coffee and hang out with me. You know, Craig Wright trending. I wonder why. Craig Wright is not Satoshi displayed on the screens at the Miami Club. It's so funny. Craig Wright is not Satoshi. Some people said Peter Todd was a Satoshi. Yeah, right. That's crazy. Funny, I know someone that she told me that that's her brother. She said, Craig Wright's my brother, man. And I was like, what? Like, that's crazy. Anyway, we started a live short for you. It's in the money already. This is an obvious shorting pattern. Why don't you go 10,000 for 30,000 then, Sam? Why don't you go all the way if you know it's so guaranteed? I'm just not a greedy person, man. I just want to teach you how to trade. That's more important. And I made a pretty good amount of money today. And if I keep myself centered and keep myself going, and look, I'll just add more money to what I already made. That's an obvious shorting pattern right there. I mean, it's just, I've seen that dump like 95 out of 100 times. If that doesn't dump, I'll be very surprised. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the monthly, and we're going to whittle our way down. Every single day on this channel, I do what's called a top-down analysis. That's the real value here. I give live trades. It's great value, but I think the best value is the top-down because you're going to really see the market in a bigger picture. You're going to see the market for what it is. All right. Shout out to the beautiful people here. Thank you so much for gifting memberships, Marcus. You've been doing that every single day without fail. Okay. And shout out to anyone that came to the jacuzzi stream last night. We smoked the whole cigar, had a good time. It was a blast, right? All right. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Bitcoin on the monthly. First time we finally got a green month in 5 months. It was amazing. March saved us. April seems to be picking up the slack. All we need to do is April to close green, and we can go from there. There's a big chance that this is a falling wedge. Falling wedges are broken out. The monthly has already broken out of the wedge. That's a breakout. Whenever you can make a define, especially the monthly, you know, big channels, like the second this monthly had breached above that, that was a breakout. The second one tiny candle breaks above this, and breakouts usually, like once you break out, you usually don't go back. You don't go back. You know what I'm saying? Like this was also a breakout here. You got above this flag, and once you even poked, you were gone. The monthly doesn't really play around when it comes to breakouts. And to me, like, we need to wait for the monthly to close, but man, as long as the monthly closes, we got ourselves a pretty fat breakout there. What a call yesterday. Want to thank you for the education. Proud to be a 99. The call yesterday was insane. Everyone, my call yesterday was insane. I did it on the live stream. I documented it. It was one of my best calls in the history of my channel. Like, it really was. It didn't get better than that. And shout out. And here it is. I mean, I was live right here. I said, I'm long in this 1 hour with the stop below the 200 moving average. Right? At 68,161, 68,199. Like, what a freaking long. What a beautiful long, man. And I was on 3 hours of sleep. I was exhausted yesterday. And it didn't. I showed up I don't care. I show up, man. You can't take days off if you're passionate about what you do. Why? Why would I stop living a dream, man? And look at that thing just blasting. We got in right there. And it just continued to blast. No stop loss got hit because we used the 200 moving average. I used the 200, man. It's like the Great Wall of China, man. Like, this thing is strong. Like, you can't bust through it that easily. You can't drive a car through this. You can't. You'd have to jackhammer through the 200 moving average, right? Like, this thing is solid. When I put my stop loss below it, I feel so solid. It'd be amazing, man. Right? That thing is pretty cool. Ferrari made that in 1970. Yeah, go to sleep. I used to love you. So funny, man. Shout out to Byron. Don't tell me what to do over here. Hey. Don't tell me what to do over here. Carriers dumping to the downside beautifully. Shout out to anyone that's in the short right now with me. Let's go. Let's go. Artemis, you need to use whatever leverage you trade. Don't copy anybody else. That's how people lose 100%. Yeah, what leverage do you use? Like, I figured out I like 33x. But it doesn't really matter what leverage I use. As long as it's like, once you get up to 100, the liquidation changes. That's what people don't realize. Once you raise the leverage, the liquidation changes. To me, I like to find a place where I use my money, their money, and have a liquidation that makes sense. Like, look at this trade. My liquidation price is $74,293. They'd have to rip Bitcoin $3,000 for me to get liquidated, and I only got $500 in the trade. I can only lose $500 on this trade. I'm already making $50 on 500. And I've used the stop loss before the liquidation price at 72.8. So the least I can lose, and if you want to know what you could lose, you just go here. You'll edit this, hit the edit button and scroll over. And it will show you if you lose, you'll lose 250 on the trade. So the worst I can lose is 250. This is called proper risk management. Real traders, people that do it for a living, focus on risk management. Other traders focus on, charting and all this other stuff. Like, risk management is the key. Too many people aren't teaching any type of risk management. I see them, like their stop loss. I watch a lot. Every once in a while, I scan through other live streamers and I zoom in on their positions, and I can see they have no stop loss on the position. They ape in when they think it's good, and then they go live, and everyone, hey, look at them up big. No stop loss. And then when they have a joke, they go, where's the stop loss? They go, there is no stop loss, and it's like they act like it's a joke, but it's not funny to me because people get wrecked when they don't use a stop loss. That's how they lose all their money. But anyway, I don't care how other people trade. All I could do is focus on how I trade, right? Like, remember when they interviewed, you remember this after FTX collapse? And they interviewed Caroline, the girl, and they lost all the money, the billions, and they said, what happened? No stop loss? She goes, oh, stop losses are for retails. We don't use those. And they lost every penny, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. It is what it is. Let's finish our top down. So the key is that the monthly came back to supportive resistance. All right. There you go, right? I don't mineral salted water too with lemon, Jen. Shots fired. Yeah. I wasn't talking about Jason Casper. I love that dude. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about him. Dude's my brother, man. Yeah, I don't care. I don't even, yeah. I'm talking about Caroline Levitt, man. She said, we don't use stop losses. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you that traders that don't use stop losses can get themselves in serious trouble over time. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jason's my brother, man. He's been to my house numerous times. You're just not thinking clearly. Yeah. Caroline literally said, I don't use a stop loss. Like, you don't remember? She goes, what's a stop loss? Ha, 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 ha. Like, I was like, dude, are you serious? In an interview, too, to like CNN or something. Yeah. Risk management, Sabi used to chase win rate. Yeah. Quick 1,250 all the day. God bless you, man. Yeah. Yeah, see what everyone just said? Look, Jason uses a stop loss. I'm not talking about it. How could I talk about Jason? He uses a stop loss. You guys are weirdos, man. Dude's like one of my best friends, like, or a good friend of mine. You guys are weird, man. Get your head out of the gutter, bro. Never take a shot at my brother, man. If anything, I would take a shot for my brother, to be honest. It would be quite the opposite. Yeah. I know that you can use a liquidation as your stop loss if you trade isolated. See, you could trade isolated and not cross, too. It depends. It all depends. Yeah. Every once in a while, I will use a liquidation if I'm trading isolated. Like, I'll go 500 for 5,000. I dang well know I'll get liquidated for 500. Right? Yeah. I saw the Catter's takes to you. Yeah, you did say it exactly the way he says it. That's why they assumed it's about him. I don't even know, man. So let's move on, please. I don't have time for the nonsense. So we get all the way up here to 449,000. Could be the target, man. Really could be the target. Previous support is resistance. We get the bounce to the upside, right? Can you tell me how to set up the indicator that you have on the right side of the chart? Yes, I will in a second. Thank you. That's the VRVP. I use it all the time. You go here, type in VRVP, click on it. Once you click on it, it will get added. The only thing, look, I'll click on it for you to show you. Yours is going to be purple and pink and blue or whatever. They change the colors. That's fine over time. You just got to click the settings. And in the inputs, you want to slap 0 next to the... Yours is going to look like this. Look. Yours is going to look 24. You want to add a 0 next to the 24. Okay. Risk management is the most important ability to use. Strategy doesn't even matter without risk management. 100%. Iran sources report the Strait of Hormuz has once again been closed to oil tankers following the Israeli attacks on Lebanon. I'm telling you right now, we all know there's a certain country that doesn't want to stop this war. And we'll do anything we can to stop the war. They're gonna do everything they can to keep it moving. And, say I'm wrong, man. Say I'm wrong. Even Trump said, man, anyway, a lot of markets ever traders do use stop losses because crypto phase don't use a stop loss. Honestly, man, people can do whatever they want. That crypto phase is worth, I don't even know. I don't like to talk about other people's net worth. But that dude's a boss, bro. He can do whatever he wants. Like, all I can do is what I can do. I didn't mention anyone else. I don't like to, I love crypto phase. He's one of my best friends. He's the only person that calls me. Guy calls me like once a month, like once every couple of weeks. Maybe even more than that. We talk a lot. So anyway, God bless everyone that streams. Every single streamer out here helps my stream. You get it? I help their stream. Together, we create a conglomerate. That's how I look at it. I look at us like the NHL, NBA. They all trying to sell. Sometimes there's a basketball game on the same night as a hockey game on. They're both fighting for your attention. They both want to sell jerseys, right? So boom. And so my whole point is, yes, like this is the key. We all stream together. We create a conglomerate, man. I'm really excited about that. So the more we get on, the more, man. You're saying using isolated? No, what I'm saying is, all right, let me show you the trade. So you can make this short trade, okay? And I see I'm isolated, separated. Number one, weeks is separated. I could open up another short right now. It wouldn't combine into this trade. It would make it a separate trade. All right. But the point is, when you're isolated, like right now, see how I put 493? I could delete the stop loss and get liquidated there. You see what I mean? I'm only going to lose $500. And it's like a 500 for 1500. It's still a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. You see what I'm saying? I got a stop loss right there, but you could wait for it to get liquidated. I just rather lose 250 than 500 because that will invalidate the trade at that point. Yeah, it makes sense, right? So that's just the only idea. Listen, this is what I want to teach you about trading leverage. Check it out. Let's just, I'm going to show you something in a second on another exchange because I want it to be clean. But I'm going to show you how changing the leverage changes the liquidation rate. And that's what people don't understand. I think that's what we want to teach people and show people. Yeah. We got you, Sam. We know you're in Doug Shots. Just looking out for the people, man. Communicating through positive brainwaves. I missed the short entry, just chilling. It's okay. It may not be that amazing anyway. We'll see. So the monthly, nice break to the upside could be coming our way. That's a breakout. If this wicks and we turn into a red candle and we go back below this, this is completely negated, and that's not happening. All right. Sam, I'm watching you from a long time on the sidelines. Long time, and you're the best. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. Sports teams make more money in promotional materials than event tickets, yeah. Personally, I do not use a stop loss either. I use a drawdown as a tool. But you have to be properly sized to do that or you get smoked. I mean, whatever people do, they do. You know, for me, I personally know I need a stop loss. If I don't use a stop, the trade goes down, I get emotional, I don't know what's happening, and I then have to deal with a situation that I didn't plan on. And every time I have to deal with a situation I didn't plan on, it's not a good look. It's like I'm always like, oh God, now I put myself in stress, then I'm in stress, then I trade emotionally, and then I can't get back to brass tacks. And so I found it keeps me mentally aligned, and it keeps me from making stupid decisions. The stop loss is a mental framework to keep me from going into a place of impulsivity. Because once the trade goes to a place I didn't know it was going to go, I'm now in impulsive emotion. You see? And that's the key, man. The key is to keep emotions out of trading as much as we can. If you want to join the trading group, we got a QR code up there, cryptolifer.com. I actually feel like it might be cut off. Let me see if I can move that down a bit. Yeah, there you go. Yikes, maybe it wasn't going to work. But you can go to cryptolifer.com to join my trading group. It's right up there at the top. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram at The Real Crypto Lifer. I'm putting out great insight there every day. We're working really hard to put out awesome content. X at CryptoLifer33, TikTok, CryptoLifer333, and Facebook even, Crypto Lifer Trading Insights, man. We've got it all for you. So jump on in. We're on multiple platforms, Twitter, X, TikTok, Facebook, and we even start streaming. We're going to start streaming back to Twitch again like we did back in the day, so. I get emotional. Me too. If I don't draw a pattern, I don't know what's happening. It happened to me on oil yesterday. Crypto Lifer stop loss definitely would have helped. Exactly. But we're willing to lose. If it doesn't go well, oh well. You know? You got to use risk management. Just going to the gas station 100%. I stand near the car in a way. I have my piece, right? I know exactly where it is. I'm looking around. The gas station, you can get rolled on at a gas station. I put my back towards the gas pump from the road. I look to see if there's any other entrances. Before I get in there, I see if there's any shady characters kind of looming. You know what I mean? I got to escalate. I'm sitting there pumping with a rollie on. I ain't playing games. I'm strapped at all times. All times. I'm strapped to the jacuzzi. I'm strapped in bed. I'm strapped at the toilet. I am strapped taking a pee. When I'm putting on my socks, I'm strapped. When I'm making love, I'm strapped. Straight up. Yeah, I mean, the Strait of Hormuz, they're playing games. They're playing the games. Let's take a look. Maybe oil could be a nice trade this morning. We actually, if Bitcoin's going to dump, it looks like oil may pump. Might be the trade of trades. Yeah, thanks, Sebi. I see you as a Glock guy. I'm a Smith & Wesson. I'm a Massachusetts guy, so I go Smith & Lesson, bro. Don't catch a Smith & Lesson over here. Yeah. And wow, even the trade from yesterday, I'm looking at gold. Gold actually broke out. So look, here's MEXC real quick, and then we'll get back. But we had the gold trade there. That thing did break out. If you remember, I put a gold trade there. That was the entry. It went up. I sold it after it pumped. It came back down. Now it's up again. Gold looking pretty interesting today. What time frame is that? Let me take a look at the 4. Wow, see, I like this. See, when price action gets tight on the 200 moving average with the 21, you want to start paying attention. So for me, and like Bitcoin kind of was like doing something similar to this just the other day. So that's gold. I like gold. And what I do is I set up consolidations, I wait for them to fill, and if they fill, I take the trade with a stop below. I wait for the 21 to catch price action. It's either near or on my entry when I'm getting in every single time, right? Strapped would make didn't know the lifer was in the... You guys are stupid, man. Joining the lifer. Oh, yeah, that didn't make any sense. Strapped, you're funny. No. Don't get it twisted. Like, get it the right way. Like, straight up. We'll call it peace-mailed. Peace for the life. We're proud to learn from you, Sam. Thank you. God bless you, brother. Yeah. Don't catch yourself slipping if you're a known person online. You can't catch yourself slipping, man. You're not a regular guy. You can't be doing regular things. I can't go regular places and, like, and be showing my face. Like, someone might be like, hey, that's that dude over there. You know what I mean? You got to be careful, man. If you're going to be out here like I am, you got to be careful. Don't worry about it, Tobia, too. Hey, whatever you think it is, why don't you go Google it? Why don't you ask Grok what it means? With the swammy. With the swimmy. Anyway, let's get back into love, peace, and happiness. But, man, the world ain't always love, peace, and happiness. Sometimes you got to get yourself situated and make sure that, you know, I see a lot of, I read a lot of articles, and I say, man, if that guy just had protection, chance he would have been okay. Look, oil dumped. I was saying it could either go, we knew it could either go parabolic or it could rip, right? And once Bitcoin started to dip and you saw this lose that trend line, you're out. And rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Okay? I never made that trade. I just want to make it clear. I was like, Once we kind of leveled off, stopped out, and you move on, right? You 250 for 750, 300 for 9. You lose $300, you move on, right? Got to protect the Jimmy Bitcoins, 100%. Shout out to Zablife. And I got Zablife is also, you know, whenever he's with me, he's always on command. You know what I mean? I got shooters on deck, man. Shooters on deck all day, man. Anyway, man, with all the craziness, I love people. I want no problems in my life. I'm just saying it's good to have protection no matter what, right? Can this bounce back to the upside? I don't know. I don't think so. Money just sitting on the bank, so it's just sit there. It does nothing. Yeah, you got to put it into real estate, do something. M&AP, sad to see people not, yeah, exactly. Rather have it or not need it than need it and not 100%, brother. 100%. Always, baby, always. I keep the oil options open in case the... Yeah, exactly. Oh, you keep oil options open. I'm all in. I want to swing it for the day. Cat ears is playing out, folks. Looks like we're going to get the dump. We now got a confirmed close below the neckline of the cat ears. Solidifies that this baby is going down. She's a cute little cat, right? Did I really just spend time doing this right now on my live stream? She's a cute little kitty. With the tongue, right? And you have to put the freckles and then the little freckles right there. And then the little whiskers, right? She's a cute little kitty cat, huh? A cute little kitty. I'm allergic to cats, but I would love to have a cat if I could, man. They look like majestic animals. Little mini lions in the house. I wish I wasn't allergic to cats. I'd catch a cat. I wouldn't catch a cat. You know, that didn't sound right. I'd catch a cat. Like, hey, give me that cat. Just grab it off the street, throw it in the house. I'll catch a cat right now. You want a toe? I'll get you a toe. I'll get you a toe by 1 o'clock with nail polish. You want a toe? I'll get you a toe right now. Please, man. They sent her toe. You want a toe? I can get you a toe. I get you a toe right now. I'll get you a toe with nail polish. Amateurs. Freaking amateurs, man. Oh, man. The Chief of Bods, brother, remember? Please subscribe. The Chief of Bods. I don't know if you remember that, but, like, so fun. My favorite movie in the world, man. I love that movie more than any. This is my best. I love that movie. So let's take a look here on the 1 week chart here for Bitcoin. It's looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at what could happen here. So are we still in the, we could still be making a bear flag that dumps, folks. We have to close a daily, a weekly. The bigger time frames must close above this tweezer top right here. This is going to be our line of the sand. We've got to get back above 72,800 in order to remain bullish, right? In order to remain bullish. So this could still be a bear flag, folks. Bottom of the range, top of the range. Bottom of the range, top of the range. Come right back down to the bottom of the range. We could even hit 66, come back up, and then rip. But you have to take into account that this could be a nasty little bear flag here. A nasty little bear flag to the downside. She's going to take us down now. All the way to $46,200 here for Bitcoin. All right. Meowlysis, you're funny. Go furless cat has no allergies. That looks gross though. You know, there are hypoallergenic cats. The Samoans or something. There's like a cat that is hyperallergenic. Cats are weird. I think they could feel. I think cats are they can feel energies, man. The Egyptians had them for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? There's always a cat in the Egyptians in the pictures. Always having a cat. I think they had hairless cats too. A lot of them, right? So look, we could even go 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go 5 weeks sideways and still dump. It could be the end of May. Sell in May and go away. Like, this could be a setup for like May 17th, and then this thing just completely collapse. You see what I'm saying? It could definitely happen. So watch out. Pay attention. Cats are cool. The litter box is gross. Yeah, that's weird. Sam, what's your target of the cat ears? I'd hit the 200 moving average on the 15-minute. You get attracted to the 200. It's like a magnet. Once you start falling for it, you'll fall right towards it. Yeah. 14% of the trade. We'll see where this goes. Egyptians also smeared. I don't believe that. They wore copper, man. I don't believe they I don't believe that. I don't believe it, but maybe you're right. I don't think it wouldn't make sense. Like, logically, you wouldn't even do that if you didn't, you know. Animal and human excrement to wounds is primarily treatment for infections and healing. According to and other medical texts, they believe that the pus and dung contain medicinal properties that combat disease, leading them to rub dung, and human dung into their lesions. While this practice often results in severe infections like tetanitis and lockjaw, suggests that antibiotic microbe found in some animal dung may have occasionally provided genuine therapeutic benefits. Oh my God, you're right. Hey, you learn something new every day. Sam, do you ever open up trades on ETH? No, I would just, instead of opening up trades on ETH, I would just raise the leverage on Bitcoin. You can get the same wins. See, Bitcoin, because of its bigness and the amount of trades you can make on it, and you can lower the leverage, heighten the leverage, make it a scalp, make it a big trade, swing it. And so you can almost bring a Bitcoin trade to be as risky as any other trade. So why trade Ethereum when I have the greatest asset here? You see what I mean? Yes, it'll follow it. Yes, you could maybe make more money, but it's more risky. I could still make the same amount if I raise the risk on Bitcoin. To me, it's honestly trading. It's almost like every asset is the same asset. Like, as long as you get them, it's really about calling the market move of the day. Our stock's going up or down. Our risk on assets going up or down. And once you know a risk on assets going up or down, you could then begin to work on that. You could project on that. You know, it makes complete sense. So, can we get the likes up to the watchers today? I'm going to give $200 to 2 lucky lifers here. If we get to 750 likes, we're sitting at 398. It's not going to be that hard for us to get to 750. I'm pretty sure we'll get there on the trade. Okay. So the weekly, a beautiful double bottom. I am not overly bullish until we break above the high here. And when you hover on it, it's going to be 73,893. Okay. We want to see if we can get back above $73,893. I mean, I feel like even if I just was born thousands of years ago, I would know not to rub. Like, dirt is dirt. Like, when something dirty, like, I'm a clean guy. I like clean. You keep your wound clean, like salt water, like, you know what I mean? I just feel like I instinctively wouldn't have done that even if everyone was doing it. But maybe your mom keeps doing it. You grow up, you don't know any better. I'd hope to think I would be able to common sense my way out of that no matter when I was born. But so look, we could still go sideways for 4 weeks and dump. I just want this to be clear. If we do not close a candle above 73, 74K, and to me, the daily is really 76. To me, it's 76,000 is the main resistance on the daily. But the weekly is cool. If the weekly can close above 73,000, we have a shot. We have a shot. So if it can't and we stay over here, then you have to keep assuming that we're going to dump. So until we get above 73,000, I am overly bearish. Doesn't mean, but Sam, you're calling the bottom. You're on the monthly. You have to take a shot on the probability of the bottom. Nobody knows what the bottom will be. You have to take a probability shot on the bottom. For sure. Yeah. Should do a giveaway for the Discord. I did that. I do that all the time. Yeah. Everything I hear, 7 cats. All I could think about is that smell. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I've never had a cat, so I don't know the smell. But I can assume what it's like. In the house, greetings, beautiful lifers. Shout out to the Blues guy in the house, bro. We are all programming of our own surroundings. Sammy's the man, much love. But the thing is, I was programmed that money was the best thing to save, that Bitcoin was, everything else was Ponzi. And I learned that the dollar was a lie and to get out of it as soon as possible once I realized that they were going to print my money to zero. When I studied all the fiat currencies throughout history, they print fiat currency to zero, folks, every single time. They've been doing it for a lot of many, many years. Okay? They will print your dollar to zero. Right? We call it economic slavery. Straight up, like, you know what I'm saying? Every single, like 90% of the currencies throughout the world have been printed to zero. You can call it the crypto, you can call it the currency graveyard, all right? And it just, people don't realize that the history of monetary folly. So look, and again, take it with us a grain of salt. Some where the actual, the actual civilization fell apart. But when you got to see this, because it's going to happen to us. They're going to make $1,000 bill again. They're going to have to, because the dollar will lose value to the point where you can't carry that many dollars. They'll get, just like they got rid of the penny, right? They're getting rid of the penny. You know that, right? They're deciding it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. It costs too much to print. It costs more to print a penny, to make a penny, than it's worth. So the penny's done, man. They discontinued the penny. Then they're going to discontinue the nickel, then the quarter, then the dollar. Why? Because it's such a small, you know what I mean? Look, 100,000 Peruvian dollar, a 10,000 Russian ruble, 5 million Zairs, 10 million Hungarian pesos, $1 billion mark in Germany, Weimar Republic, they went down the tubes. Zimbabwe, $100 trillion. Greece, 25 drachmas, right? The Bank of China, 10,000, 10,000 bolivares in Bolivia. Yugoslavian, a 10 billion dinar, man. This is a long time ago. Based on historical average lifespan of fiat currencies and data, your country's total debt to GDP approaches and exceeds 200%. There's a high probability your fiat currency will be buried in the fiat currency graveyard within your lifetime. The only currency that can escape this fate is a well-designed cryptocurrency, not gold or silver or any other physical. And this is definitely a cryptocurrency website. So they're a little biased, but they're just showing, look at the dollar. It lost 97 of its purchasing power since 1910. You know what I mean? Federal Reserve was created right there. And then look at the dollar ever since then. Great Depression, World War, economic crisis, and it continues. That's why I got into Bitcoin. That's why I got into gold and silver. I want to make sure you get an education on the history of the dollars. Study currencies and get yourself into fine art. Get yourself into classic cars. Get yourself into something scarce. How do you scare a city? You create scarcity. Isn't the word scare a city is in scarcity? Isn't that funny? You tell them that there's not enough. Man, they're always trying to tell us that this world is in scarcity. It's not. We live in abundance. Okay? I want you to understand that. Water ever flowing. The rains continue to come. Never get too stressed out. Never believe in fear. Never believe in scarcity and fear. If someone is pushing scarcity and fear on you, they're trying to control you, they're attempting to control you. Don't let it happen. Move away. Don't play their game. So look, that's a cup and handle, the 5-day with the higher low. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. That's a cup and handle that broke out. So the 3-day chart broke out of the cup and handle. Almost an inverted head and shoulder that looks really strange, but I wouldn't say it is. There's more than enough bounty. Yeah, there really is, man. Yeah, there's always something left in the tank. Fear is the new currency for the... Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Sammy. I shifted my last 24 into my account. And oh, my gosh. Sam, I got injured at work as a welder. Been out for foot infection for 2 weeks now. I know how you feel being stuck at home, not able to move. Kudos, bro. It's not easy, especially with an Achilles tendon. Take it easy, heal it, do the right things, pray on your wound. Hold your hand on it and pray on it. Seriously, prayer will help you. I prayed a lot and I'm like walking better than a lot of people at this stage. I could technically walk without a boot a little bit. Around the house, I walk bootless now. You guys saw me last night. Yeah. Shorted oil at your VRVP POC. Cool, man. Thought they opened this straight for 2 weeks. That's what we thought. That's what was being told. We'll see what happens. So one thing is, if the daily closes here at resistance, I mean, you still got a shoulder, head, shoulder. It could be kind of a complex head and shoulder here, or even shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder. Like, this is a resistance, folks. We could easily come right back down. I am in a short, aren't I? That'd be nice if it could hold and bounce. And we could turn this into an inverted head and shoulder today and then get into a long tonight. And this can flag out into an ascending triangle. See, I can see things before they happen because I've watched price action for so much. It's stored in my subconscious brain. I don't even have to think anymore. I've done it for so long. Maybe he's bragging again. No, I'm not. I'm showing you that if a human being does something over and over again for thousands of days, their mind's going to get kind of blended into what they do. You're not going to have to think as much. You're just going to be able to do. Like, I don't have to think. Like, hockey players, they don't have to think. And if I don't talk about myself, I can use a metaphor. But hockey players, they don't have to think. That's why whenever I want to say something, I shouldn't use myself. I'll use a metaphor so people don't get so... But, hockey players don't have to think. They move that puck so much. They get into the zone, man. And after years of doing it, they could finesse that thing, man. Sam, looking fresh. The suit matches the tie. Your boot matches as well. This guy over here, hey. Sam is a magician with the charts. No one can read it like Sam Price. God bless you, man. Thank you. 369 God Frequency. I'm always learning from this guy, Sam. Hey, I'm always learning from you guys. You guys teach me. So if we close tonight at tweezer top, that's bearish. That is a bearish sign. Let's slap on the Fibonacci. And let's slap on the moving averages, right? So there's the moving averages. What I'm going to do, interesting, flip it upside down, pull a fib. Look, we hit the 618 Fibonacci. Really good place to short. Just like it's a good place to long, right? So we could get a rejection here back to support at about 382 fib or back to this point of control at 67,994, basically $68,000, right? So far, so good, man. Overbought Stokes, yeah, in sports, you don't think, you just react, yeah. Hey, Liver First, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. Shout out to Cars to Crypto 87, man. I love you, brother. This guy took it from cars to crypto, man. Started selling used cars, and now he's a boss in the crypto space. God bless you, man. Daily's away from the 21. Tweezer top here. 22. Okay, yeah. It's looking like a pullback's coming on the bigger time frame. So here's the deal. We're above the 200 moving average on the 8 hours. So here's the deal. If we can save the day and get a flag on the 4-hour time frame, Sammy's going to go hard. I love this. This is like really setting up very clear for us. Price action finally very simple to read. It was in chop. While I'm bottom, just hold a long term and stack it. No stress, no worry, don't care. I love it, man. I buy Bitcoin. I do that too. Majority of my net worth is just stacking BTC long term, man. No stress. 10-year plan. This is all for this is for education and entertainment purposes only and to teach you guys how to trade. I'm out here using my real money to teach you how to trade every single day. I do benefit from it. I get to sell education. I get known. I've flown around the world. People know who I am. It's a pretty awesome thing. And I said last night to everyone on the stream, man, I'd be nowhere without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everyone that comes to the stream. I love y'all more than you would ever know. Can we get to $79,123? And look, we're above the 200 moving average. The 21 is coming. When that crosses, we can get a beautiful flag to the upside. What's your bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is that you're going to get one of these. A head and shoulder pattern, and that means the daily is going to collapse. So the 4 hours is going to be our guide for the next, I'd say, 8 to 16 hours here. As long as the 4 hour can go sideways, stay above the 200, stay above support or resistance here. So you're looking for the 4 hour to keep candles above 70K. So if the 4 hour can kiss the 21, somewhere here on April 9th, is tomorrow, man. I turn 43 tomorrow. My birthday, baby. My birthday's up tomorrow. Wow, tomorrow's my birthday, bro. Samothy Pricewell. Shout out to my man, Fib Sniper. Sam, can't wait to finally meet you in Miami. I've been watching for almost 2 years now. Stoked, dude. It's going to be awesome, dude. I'm throwing a party in Miami. How many lifers are going to jump on in and show up to that party? Okay? If you want to show up to the party, let me know. You see here, fill out a Google form to let me know if you're coming so I can get a head count so I can make sure there's enough food. Everything. Even though I don't drink alcohol, they'll probably have a bar there, which is like, I'm sure most of my traders are just like, nah, dude, we good. The dream team, man. Shout out to Jamie. Zeno. Wow, I post a lot. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and you know, Lamborghini insurance is not, they tell you thousands of dollars, man. It's $220 a month, man. People scare you into not doing stuff, making you think, oh, it's going to be too much. I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Even I like got in my head like, oh, I can't get in there. It's going to be so expensive. And then you're just like, please RSVP to the party here. I'll put a link. RSVP to the party, lifers. Hit that link right there and tell me if you're going to be in Miami and if you're coming. Okay? Early May. It's going to be basically May 4th. I think it's going to be on the 5th, the night of the 5th. All right. Sam, you're 1 month and a week and a half older than me. God bless you, bro. Aries gang. Used to pay for my Hellcat. Amen. Yo, happy birthday, Sammy. Have a blessed day, my man. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Let's not do it yet. We're going to do it hard tomorrow. 1 hour, too. See, look how it looks. Kind of how I showed you how the carriers may just kind of dupe us here. And they could even go lower as long as they could come right here. Like, so we get the dump to here, then we get out of the short, then we get we get this beautiful flag. So I'm looking for this to happen. If the 4 hour loses to 200, no way. But this is my next victim. So what I do is I stock price action. I see my next trade, and then I wait for it to play out. I know what could happen. I know what to look for. Like, it could go shoulder, head, right shoulder, and dump. Like, it may not be perfect. I'm not saying what I see is guaranteed, but what I do is so this tells me what's likely going to happen today. And today was a beautiful Wednesday, man. Beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here, and thank you for this opportunity. All right. You know, they lost all the tapes to the moon landing. You know this? I just got to say, they lost all the tapes to the moon landing. They shot them on this LMAT tape or something, you know what I mean? And it needed magnetic, and they needed it again for something else they were doing. They started retaping over, and they retaped over 45 of the tapes. They searched and searched and searched and tried to find them for years, and they never found them. So our biggest accomplishment in the history of the world, which we should have documented with all of our tech as possible to be able to leave to the next generation, it was destroyed, or it was, accidentally destroyed by NASA, and they don't have, this is true, you can go Google this. And I'm not saying anything else, just Google this. The tapes of the moon landing are gone. Like, not the one we just did, but of the real moon landing, they're gone. They admitted that they misplaced them, went over them, and then weren't able to get them. The only way to see that footage now is to get it from the news stations. That was a lower resolution. Yeah. It's a true story. I just found this out last week. I couldn't believe it. It made no sense to me. It was very strange. Dude, I have a small company, and if we did something that big, I would document it, and I would make sure we never lost. Like, we throw a party on a boat, and I make sure we don't lose the footage. They went to space and lost the footage. Like, does that make any sense? You tell me, man. I don't know. I'm just pointing it out. Look here, too. What you want to do here is, let me see. Yeah, there's some chop here that could give you supportive resistance. There's actually a pretty nice area there. Look, resistance. Wow, tweezer bottom now. Looks like this short, may not be great. So what you do here is you just move the short to break even. If they pump it back up, you don't lose any money. See how nonchalant I am? See how easy, how simple this is? You don't have to stress yourself out. Just got to trade correct, baby. And then, what I could do is I could go, for the first time in a long time, I could go short and long. We could end up longing this bottom here back to the upside, see? I wouldn't do that. I would wait for the flag to play out here. You see what I'm saying? And to me, the 30-minute makes more sense. Yes, I would look for this to turn into some type of flag. Which could happen, folks. It could happen, as strange as it sounds. We did show some supportive resistance there. So we're covered in case the trade doesn't go well. I didn't put a lot of faith in it. As you can see, some of you may have made more money and made the move. Just like the week of 9/11 where they came on, they said they were missing like 3. Yeah. Quite convenient. All the astronauts don't agree on whether they can see stars in space or they're hard to fake, so they let them out of the footage. Because it was shot in a studio. The sun and the moon are local. The video, some clips exist, but they are terrible and so fake you have to see the guy playing golf on the moon. Sam, ever heard of JP Skipper? Mars Anomaly Research. No, thank you. God bless you, man. Everyone always hooks me up with awesome stuff, man. I would like to come. Hit the QR code. He's like, no. If you would like to come, join, you got to fill out a form. All right, so here's the form. Fill it out. And you're invited to the Lifer Party. There's the form right there. Fill it out, folks. Don't play yourselves. All right. Miami, 4 to the 7th. It's going to be on the 5th, I believe. Sponsored by my buddies at Weeks, too. They said, Sam, we love you. You've done so much. You've worked every single day without a day off for years. We'd like to show our appreciation. You know what I mean? So... And they don't hold back, man. They got a pretty big budget. So they're probably one of the nicest parties I've ever thrown in my life. So jump on in today. Take advantage of a great experience on my behalf. And hit that link. And sign up to come to the Lifer Party, man. All right? In Miami. All right. Yosemite Sam, strapped to the gills. Got to get that rascally rabbit all the time, man. I've been scared a meteor would hit me if I was on the moon. Don't live in fear, man. Everything will be okay. We don't live in fear out here. So we're protected in case this doesn't go well. Looks like the shorts don't have a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? And I could be wrong. Thank you for the like. Please hit the like button, everyone. If we get to 750 likes today, we're at 510. I'm going to give $200 away to 2 lucky lifers. And then we see if the model is playing out on the 1 minute. I mean, there's an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute time frame. Tells me I could possibly long that. You see? Back to the 200 moving average. That's a nice trade. It's a 2 to 1. 2.5 to 1. I'm just going to look at it. I'm not making the trade just yet. I don't want people jumping the gun when I type buttons in. When I type numbers in here. 70,773 for BTC. And then we got this idea that, let's see. Yeah, 500. It's 2 to 1. But, I mean, it looks like it's going to rip. 372 for 861. I'll get stopped at a break even and I'll make the money there on the way up. I'm going to long that inverted head and shoulder, bro. I'm going to long it. It's likely going to break up the measured move. 68% chance I'm going to win based off this. Now, I usually don't trade below the 200 moving average. This is the old me, right? I used to find this. This was the cup and handle. This is the bullish divergence right there. Remember, we used to do this every day and find the daily bottom. I used to stock the daily bottom with the divergence of the 1 minute. And then look, Master Friend in the 618. You pull up here, right? It goes right there. I mean, the 786. And that's the entry. That's turtle soup right there. And you could do that every morning. You wait for the first dump, the pump off divergence, and the first bounce off the 618, 786 fib. And we call it, that's that turtle soup, baby. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Shout out to Master Friend. Shout out to all my beautiful friends. Happy birthday to all the Aries, man. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Dream of Californication. He told you, man. Sam, how many monitor screens do you use while trading? I use 6, but one of them broke like a month ago, and I never replaced it, so I got 5 now. You really only need 1 or 2, man. You could use it. I don't need tons of screens. I like it because I got BOOKMAP up on one screen. Shout out to anyone traded BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP also shows that we could go lower. It's got more liquidity to the downside, but look at all this juicy entries there. But we did have a bigger stop hunt out there. It looks like they took the shorts kind of got rid of their bigger positions because this was deep red last night. They got shook last night on that 5-minute flag and decided to back off. Right? Aries for life, man. They're an event page for this Miami ding. Dates. There is, man. I just posted it to you. right there. We haven't made the event yet. We want to see how many people could be in Miami between the 4th and the 7th, right? We kind of have to, I feel like we have to solidify the actual day and then make the forum. You know, if you say early May, it's kind of like we got to pick a day, like it's going to be the 5th, and then we can move from there. Exactly. So we're seeing if we can break to the upside here on this inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin. I'm a little risky here, but it is Wednesday and, you know, another live trade. So we did the top-down analysis. Looks like the 1 hour got a tweezer bottom. It's going to bounce right back to the upside here. Okay. And then I'm looking for this to kind of shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. It actually might be a little tighter. I'm looking for something like this here. An ascending triangle that could do some serious damage to the upside for BTC. And your measured move is the length of the pole. I know I'm a little too long there. Pause. That's what she said. So look, let's see. Not right. It's not right. You can't do that. I got to be better. So sorry. My daughter's B-Day is May 4th, or I definitely would be there. God bless you, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Twin Cities all day, my bro. Are you from St. Paul? Proper G, man. Ripping the last couple or gems, especially the getaway. Though I miss the other guitars. Yeah, we're so slow today. I was presuming we'll make one wide cup. And we may break out tonight. Yeah, after all the action tonight and yesterday, you know. Look how I'm doing this, though. Here we go. And so it would behoove me to cut the show off. Now look at me. Do I really have a long and a short open at the same time? Who am I? Who am I right now? That guy's Jason's amazing. The stuff that guy could do, I don't know, man. Like, I was at my house the other day. He said, Sam, you could do things. I said, you could do things. I mean, we both agree that we both had different skill sets, man. What a blessing. 80K today would get us out of this. Yeah. We call that a shortle. Okay, a shorty. A shortle. You're funny. Yeah, Jake Hasp. So can we get this move up to the 200 moving average? Or do we get a resistance here that poses, pretty likely that this inverted head and shoulder will play out, but you never know. You never know. And why am I trades? You know, I'm not in for anything big. We already made big money. I made really good money this morning. I'm happy. It adds up if you keep paying the trader. Remember that. It adds up if you keep paying the trader. Let's take a look around the horn here on CoinMarketCap and see if there's anything. Look at, oh man, they dumped this. But remember, this stake stone was the hottest thing until it wasn't. It's the issue with crypto recently. Nobody believes in it because of stuff like this, man. Everything's a rug and tug. You know, everything's a rug pull, bro. A rug and tug. Everything's a tug the rug, right? Just pull the rug right out from underneath you and have you fall on your face, man. Zcash, we did go over Zcash. Let's talk about it. I had a bigger, look at it on the daily. It's up 23%, 35% of the week. Monad, another coin that was coming strong when the market was like right before it dipped. It's a pretty good one. All right. Every chart looks like that right now. I know, right? Inside trading, yeah, exactly. I don't like it. That's why I'm not trading these little coins like. Look at Decred going back to 21 though, up 11%. We went over that a while back. It was the only coin that looked strong ever. We're also going to look at the that other coin that was doing well is Dexy. Remember, Dexy was like the strong one. Near Protocol back to 135. So I sold this stuff at 1.9. I'm so happy I sold all these coins off when I did. Render back at $2 is actually pretty strong. I like Render. I used to have a really big position in Render. So the market just kind of like, but I believe Render is going to be big over time. I don't see how it's not. I like SEI. It speaks to me. Fetch speaks to me. I still have a big position in Fetch. I never sold it. I still got some Pepe. Never sold it. I like Sui in the long term, and I never sold my Solana. Never. I believe Solana's going to make me big money eventually one day as long as I hold. Not to do crazy today in the altcoin sections. Nothing kind of going too crazy. Let's see if there's any new coins that we don't know about, too, that we've never heard about. And where do we do that? Over at CryptoRank.io. It really shows you what's happening. If I could, put an O there and hit enter. There you go. Huh. Maybe they're down today. That could happen. They're working on it or something. Interesting. Oh, well, we'll move on from that, I guess. And I just wanted to see. Yeah, maybe it's just taking a while for some reason. Who knows? I don't have a, that's cool. Brave, you can slap on a VPN just on like the inner, like it's kind of like a Google add-on, right? You know what I mean? Like a Google, how you can add it to your browser, right? It just gets added immediately. So far, so good. It looks like we kind of cleared. We may have called the daily bottom here. Right there at that wick, 7666. And then I got it on the right shoulder. And now we're going to start to get, be nice if we can make another 500 up to that 200 moving average. So I'm giving you a projection for later on today, and I'm showing you how to do it. I'm showing you how to watch the 1 hour, watch it projected to time and space, and nail it. That's going to be awesome. I'm showing you how this happens here, and how we can scalp on the smaller time frames. I did give a short that played out okay. It wasn't amazing. I'm not trying to act like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it played out decently. All right. Everyone, let's get the likes to 750 people so I can give 2 people $100, please. I just need 200 more people to hit the like button. We have 600 gap. All right. We got 1,200 people here on the stream. If we were sitting outside and I said, everyone, could we have a nice clap for the person coming up? You would all clap. If you saw me in real life on stage. Feel like you're actually watching me on stage in real life. Hit that like button, man. Get that vibe going. All right. If I was at your house, I would take off my shoes. Okay. Sammy Block opened the ballot today. Going to be another. Yeah. I bet it is. Why even mention it then, bro? Sad Lifer has to paper like this. We're all here to benefit from the information. It's okay. Yeah. Or maybe they're holding out because they know I'll pay, I'm actually not paying for likes. I'm just finding a fun way to give back, and I might as well get a little something for it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like, I'm asking for crumbs and I'm giving away gold. You know what I'm saying? So please hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're only 150 away. We could do this. We really can. And I gave great trades too. I like this now. When the 21 comes into play and we catch a flag, this should continue. All about the 21-day moving average. When the 21 touches price, it's the catalyst for the move. I can't explain it. It's how 99% of every trade that's ever happened on every asset in the world. Go to any asset in the world, watch it pump. It pumped off the 21. I'm telling you right now, 99%, any single thing you use, it will do this. How do I know? I've just applied it to so many different charts, and I've seen it. All right? BTC doesn't give a dang about the ceasefire. You're funny. Exactly. Wow. 4.5 years ago, I gave up alcohol now. So I think my 5-year anniversary soon. Yeah. That looks like we're going to get a nice breakout and win this trade to the 200 moving average. This seems so clear and precise, but we don't know for sure. Anything could happen. I want to see us bounce off that 21. When do you enter the trade? You can enter the trade with the 21 crosses. It's higher risk, but it can play out. If you wait for the 21 to touch price above the 200, you'll have a better odds of winning the trade. Both can play out, but you can get fake outs if you buy the cross. If you wait for the 21 to be above it and to touch price, you'll be way more likely not to get a fake out. You see? Yeah. So like, let me explain. Let's talk about a place like, this is kind of like, you could have bought this cross right here and got in right there. But the chances are that you were going to get paid, or, you know, or you could have flagged this out and bought right here. This is less risky than buying right when we cross. Because look, right after we crossed, we dumped a little bit. We didn't go below the 200, but we did dump. You see? You cross, then you get a dump. But usually if you wait for the 21, you're not going to go below the 21, and then you're going to have your stop below the 200, which gives you double protection. Here, you have supportive resistance as protection. You have the 21 as protection. You have the bottom trend line as protection, and you have the 200 as protection. That's why your stop should be down here. So my stop losses are meticulously made. Like, they're very meticulous. All right, look, back at 71K, folks. So far, so good. Thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. I gave up all to that. People think I'm weird because I don't drink. Me too. Everywhere I go, I have to say it out loud. Like, no, please. Like the other day, there was a lemonade. We were at the Four Seasons hanging out with my family, and they had like a lemonade stand at the end, just to like, while people were waiting for their car, they gave you a little drink. And they gave my kid 2 lemonades, and I was like, oh, let me get a lemonade too. And next thing you know, the guy throws a bunch of booze in it. And I'm like, oh, no, please. I don't drink alcohol. And he's like, oh, okay. And he made me a virgin one, you know? Sam, is there a reason why you don't have Bitcoin Cash? Thank you. I traded Bitcoin Cash years ago when it was $200 and Bitcoin was like 3,000. And then there was a chance where the miners were going to go either way, and it was going back and forth. And then I ran it up from 600 to 2,400. At one point, Bitcoin was $3,000. Bitcoin Cash was 2,700. I stashed it. I just, back in the day, I used to trade it, got to know it. And then it used to be really correlated with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at like, you know, $6,000. Bitcoin Cash is at $2,000. Like, we used to work with Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin ripped to 79,000 and Bitcoin Cash fell off the face of the earth and turned into a nothing burger. I'll trade it, I'll swing it, but it lost its relevance. Yeah. So I don't touch it anymore. If it stayed with Bitcoin, kind of like gold and silver, but it didn't do that. Also, Roger Ver got into some serious problems. He waved his finger at the dog, and I believe he's in jail right now, right? The founder of Bitcoin Cash, I believe he's serving some serious time, which, you know, I think he's begging for a pardon, and I hope he gets out at one point. His name's Roger Ver. So, yeah, I just know all about Bitcoin Cash. I'm an OG, man. I've been in the space a long time. Yeah. So that's why I don't touch Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, there's a reason for it. Remember, the Fed is injecting more money into the repo market. We talked about it yesterday. I showed you how much is coming in. You should go watch that segment and look at that. That's going to be a big deal. James Bond, never lose, baby. Yeah. Okay, so good thing he's not in prison right now. I thought he was. So look, Roger Ver was arrested in Spain on a U.S. extradition tax evasion charges related to unreported Bitcoin capital gains. They say they were unrealized. He didn't even realize them. He faced potential sentence of up to 109 years, but never served any prison time for the case. In October, he reached a deferred prosecution agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice. He paid $49 million in back taxes, penalties, and interest. The government then dismissed the indictment, and he walked free without pleading guilty or serving time. Wow, but they got him for $50 million. So you won't pay, but they'll make you pay at one point. And they'll wait for you to get richer before they get you. You see what I'm saying? So if they think they got some on you, they'll wait for you they'll watch you for 4 years, and then they'll come for, instead of for 1, they'll come for 5. He did serve 10 months, though, for an unrelated explosive sales case on eBay, but that had nothing to do with his recent legal issues, yeah? I'm really happy to know that he got himself out of that jam. I hadn't looked it up. Last time I heard, he was going to go and serve 109 years for just stacking Bitcoin, selling it years later, and the government claiming he had realized gains that he never took. I don't want to get into it because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to be, yeah, that's all I got to say, you know? So I know the whole story, man. He used to get so mad when people called it Bcash. It's the funniest video ever out there when this guy and him are going over it, and he's like, it's Bcash, man. He goes, you call it Bcash one more time, I'm leaving this interview. I will tell you, I am a multi-millionaire. I have worked so well for so many years. Roger Ver. It's a pretty good, you know, if you know what how he sounds. Happy printing, my bit bros. Yeah. Peace, meme on Solana, pump with Trump's even. Oh, come on. Stop. Don't do this. Nope, we're not doing that. We're not going to trade a peace meme. Nope, we're not going there today. I'm not doing it. No way. This song gets on my nerves here because it's too much singing. She's like, yeah. It's a nice song, but not while I'm like talking, right? So we're stuck in the flag here. Look, they've had price sideways for a while now. And so look, I'm always open for the next move. Life is always bending, twisting, and turning. Could be a head and shoulder here that sends us further to the downside. I'm long though. I'm long. I'm short and long. I'm very into the short not going our way though, and for the long to break out. Show us the money, baby. Show us the money. Yeah. Okay, so can we get the move to the upside? Here we go, baby. Here we go. Sammy up to the 200 moving average. And this is the one we used to trade. See, I'm not waiting for us to cross the 200 now. This is my old, if you remember the channel, I used to trade this setup every single day. When the chop happened and the market started to shift, it got very hard to trade this setup. I went back to a far less risky setup. Look at the pump. And now we got taken out on the short in the money because we put the stop loss in to profit. Right, so we lost like $12. We made like $2 or something. Nice pump there for Bitcoin. Now we got to rip up to the 200 moving average. Shout out to anyone that jumped in on that right shoulder with me. Not guaranteed just yet, but so far, so good. And this starts to solidify the fact that this one, we're going to do this. Now, I don't trade tweezer top here because we're not at the bottom of a range like we were yesterday. I want to see this get tight and get in. I'm going to get in on this right shoulder tonight at about, this could be 7 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock tonight. That's what I'm looking for. At 20:00. The name's Sam. James Sam. No, my middle name is James. The name's Sam. The name's James. Sam James. Gucci gang, baby, all day long. Do live streams have the same music restrictions as normal videos? Yes, they do. I have to pay a company that clears all this music for me. I pay them a yearly salary so I can use all this music copyright free and have no issues. Yeah. I've got all the ins and outs taken care of, folks. But that's why you don't hear real commercial music here. Sometimes you'll hear something that kind of sounds like something that's been licensed, right? The energy is amazing here. God has provided me with a wonderful life. I want you to feel wonderful when you're around me. The best thing I can do is raise your frequency by making you feel good. That's a gift. There was years where I didn't feel good. I was depressed. Like I couldn't have brought this energy to the stream every day. Maybe once a week I felt good, and then I'd go back into my hole. I wouldn't call people. I'd get depressed. I was on drugs, alcohol. I couldn't have done the show. I physically didn't have the frequency for it. But God did something for me. He changed my life, and he said, you're going to preach, son, and you're going to spread light, love, positivity, and good energy to everyone that you come across. And you're going to make anyone who comes across your life, you're going to make their life better. If you come across me and you come into my life, I'm going to make your life better. I'm either going to give you knowledge, I'm going to help you think about something you hadn't thought about, or I'm just going to listen to you and love you and hear your story. But if you're in my life, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure you're in a good mood, and I'm doing what I can to raise your frequency. If every one of us did this in the world, think about it, we'd all be batteries off of each other. Imagine the 50 people I see today, I raise my frequency with them. I'm getting a little sweaty. I feel like I got to take my coat off. I don't want to ruin it. I just got it out of, I want to wear this coat in Vegas, to be honest. I really want to bring it to Vegas. And I just got it out of the dry cleaners. And I sweated the armpits out the last time. I'm already doing it again. Oh man, it's already ruined. I go through coats, shirts. You have no idea, guys. I sweat during the stream like a freaking, oh, I need this hung up nicely. BB, hold on. Sorry about that. I'm profusely sweating. Like it's like, you can't see this because it's a shirt, but dang, man. Yeah. I actually have these liners I'm supposed to put in my shirt that soak up the sweat. I just refuse to use them. It's a bit insane, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, wow. Look what they're doing here now. They're glumping it. They're clumping it down here. This isn't what I expected to happen here. It's a little odd, actually. I expected this to go to the 200 moving average. I mean, you already made the inverted, then you made the flag. And this is what I'm talking about. You got to be real careful. I'd rather just, you guys have seen me a lot just break even smaller trade, and then I hit a huge trade. So what I try to tell you is I sit, and then I go hard at the right time. I sit, I go hard at the right time. I sit, I go hard at the right time. It's very difficult, but you got to remain patient. Patience is the key, and not many people have it because it takes years to perfect your patience. See, you're not perfecting trading. Once you get trading, that's fine. Now you got to perfect patience. You got to learn that not every trade is going to happen when you want it to happen. When your mind and body are ready, it's going to happen when you have everything set up and ready. Italian night tonight at the country club. Who's coming? Who's coming, man? Who's coming to Italian night at the country club tonight? Hey, manja. Let me get some stuffed shells over here. How's the chicken bomb? Oh, my goodness. Let me have some of that penne vaga. Penne alla vaga. Oh, my goodness. Oh. And let me tell you something, huh? I was in New York for 20 years, huh? I was at Rayos every night, sitting 114th Street, huh? I used to go over there, sit it down, chop it up with Charlie and Tony. Tony used to be over there, The other day I said, Tony, I've been coming here for years, And that guy over there always gives me a funny look when I come in here. And you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm going to go tell him. I'm going to go say something. I'm going to go throw a garlic knot right off his freaking dome, huh? Hey, let me tell you something, huh? I told you to write down every license plate that went down here. Last week you missed 3 cars. You do it again, I'm going to take you out back. You funny like Goodfellas over here. Hey. Don't forget about the Frankie over here. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Zabby. Hey, Trigger Man. I'm calling that. You're my Trigger Man. Yo, Zabby, my Trigger Man over here. Go outside and look out the back window. I think I saw something. Yo, lean down on the back of the caddy. I want you low. Attack. So look, can we get this pump to the upside? All the way here. 71,808. I'm still inside this puppy. Let's go. Still in the trade, man. How come you're on a boat, but you're in a car? How come you're on the plane, but you're in a taxi? How come you're on the train? So you're on a boat, you're on a train, but you're in a car. How come you're in your house, but you're on a plane? Why are you on a train? Why do you park in the driveway and drive to the parkway? I don't get it. Somebody help me, please. Across the street over here, Sammy the Bull. Is oil gonna give up? Let's take a look at oil for our fancy today on MEXC. I like it on MEXC. That's where I like to get busy with the oil trades if I have to. They got good fees for oil, you know what I mean? So, the best, really. MEXC is amazing still for a lot of things. Untouchable for so many things. Hard, not everyone can access. I get it. It's sad, but I mean, they provided pretty good. Weeks is just a really great trade exchange as well. So let's take a look at oil here. Weeks is blowing up. You can see, we were some of the first people on Weeks, and now Weeks is all over the map. Their marketing team, the way they operate is just at a high level, man. My buddy Andy, man, he handles the operations, and that guy is he's a hard worker. He doesn't play around. The guy grinds. He's always got his mind going. And he's always thinking of ways to help people that help him make the business work. And, he actually has a heart too. It's I'm just telling you behind the scenes, I used to work, have these exchanges. I never knew anybody. And now I hang out with these people, Singapore, Dubai, we go around the world. We have dinners, it's a good time. We're going to be in Miami in just a couple weeks. Yeah. I was holding week's token when it went up like 200% in 1 minute a year ago. That's crazy. I don't know. To me, as long as you stay below the 200 moving average of the 4 hour, you are going to dump. So it looks like we could set up a beautiful short on oil. Back to $72 a barrel. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. We could dump right back to the 21-day moving average. We do have to touch the 21. What I'm hoping is we can go sideways while the 21 comes in. We may go down. So they may pump it back up a little bit, but then the short takes over yet again. I'd like us to see, just like Bitcoin, I'd like Bitcoin to stay above the 4 hour. I'd like oil to stay below the 4 hour 200 moving average. To me, you've lost trend. You're on a downtrend now. You broke that lower high. You have to assume you're going to come up for a lower high and continue to dump. Right? You broke the lower lows. Forgive me, I meant to say. And then you can continue to dump to the downside. All right. Hey, Zab, do you think you could come with me to Lamborghini today? There's something wrong with the left front tire. It's giving me an error. It's fine. I know it's fine, but maybe I could go there. You could drive me home if I have to drop it off. I don't know. You may be super busy. If you are, I'm so sorry. I never want to act like you. I know you have a very busy life. But if you're listening and you're out there, I'll text you. Let's do it. That's dope, bro. Let's do it. Okay, cool. You want to shoot for like 2:30, right? Because we don't want to get into too much traffic. In the PM, like 3. Okay, let's do 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, we're locked in, dude. We'll mob down Clark together. Maybe I'll be able to take it away in 20 minutes, but, maybe I have to leave it there overnight. All right, I'll see you around 2:45. How's that? We'll meet in the middle. Hey, we'll meet in the middle. You want 2:30, I want 3. Let's meet at 2:45, huh? Huh? And we were both happy, huh? Huh? Hey, life, for Monday morning show, what I meant to write was Jesus Christ was more than just a prophet. No disrespect to the prophets. Christ always was and equal to God in the Trinity. God bless you, man. Amen. Yeah. Hey, man, I love that you believe in helping others and being a good person. You know what I mean? I know people that are Muslim and they believe Jesus was a person, but they don't believe he was the Son of God, and they're really good people. And they care and they help others. I know people that are Catholic that believe Jesus is the Son of God, and they're really good people. To me, I don't judge it. I know people that are really into Jesus and they judge people that don't believe in Jesus the way they do. I just want to say, as long as you care about the rest of the world and you're full of love, light, and happiness, you know what I mean? To me, that's the love religion, And I know some people will just, and I'm going to stop there because it's, you know what I mean? I believe in Jesus, okay? I just want to make that really clear, what an amazing man. What a great lesson that he taught for everybody. The Bible has, and more than just Jesus, there's lessons all through the Bible, from Daniel to the book of John, book of Daniel, Samuel, right? You can even learn from Judas, I have over 2,000 trades with Weeks. I love it, man. Shout out to Type Crow, bro. Me too. Did you watch the Michael Franchise? Of course I've watched Michael Franchise. He's Sammy the Bull, bro. Hey, no, he's not Sammy the Bull. That was Sammy Gravano, but you know what I mean? Michael Franchise over here. Yeah, I know him well. I did a bunch of documentaries. I used to work in TV. I did a bunch of documentaries on the mafia and all that stuff. I actually shot this. I was the editor and the organizer of the footage for the show Mob Wives. And that was Sammy Gravano's daughter, who was part of that show. Actually, the FBI came in to my job and took our tapes because we were shooting a reality TV show, and the guy, Junior, got locked up for extortion while I was shooting the show. And I was the one taking all the tapes and recording them. And then, I had to put them in a box for the feds because they thought there might have been, something they could hear on those tapes. So crazy, man. I didn't even like saying this. I didn't give it to the vets. Okay, I didn't do it. The people at the job did. I was at work on the night shift. I just realized, don't come get me, man. I had nothing to do with it over here. I had nothing to do with it, all right? He's a good guy, and praise God now. Yeah, I'm not religious, but it's a powerful support for people that need it. There's a difference between religion and relationship. Many pastors have taught me a relationship with God is different than being part of an organized religion, right? Develop a relationship. Talk to God like he's your friend. Hey, God, man, today was tough. I'm going to learn to put you first. I know I'm falling as a human, but I'm going to do better tomorrow. Help me, please, in all my ways. Dear Lord, I'm feeling really sick recently. I'm not eating right. Can you help me make better choices with my food? Help me become a more nutritious person. Help me really start to, you know what I mean? You pray for specifics, folks. It's really important you pray for specifics. Very, very important. And your centered frequency will come back to you. That's how this works in this realm that we live in. And what you say has a big, you know, being spiritual is not the same as being religious. Yeah, you want a relationship with God, not a religion with God. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. You do whatever you want. I believe in God as a whole energy of life, including nature and the universe, 100%. That's where I'm at with you, brother. All seasons, had no idea you were in post. It's just funny that you just said post, because that means you're in my industry. Like, no one says post. You know what I mean? Yeah, I worked on Mob Wives, the show. You go see my name in it if you go through the credits one day. Karen was Sammy the Bull's daughter. Not Karen. Karen was in there, but what was her name? Now I forget the main character. She was always doing something wild. She was a wild one, man. Renee, man. Renee Gravano, man. But yeah, that was real, man. They were really, and that was Staten Island, like real mob, like Matthew 16:5. We all need to answer. And it's funny that I found like Matthew 16:21 or something isn't in the Bible, and it talks about how fasting and prayer will relieve you from all symptoms and like. But what about you? Who do you say I am? This pivotal moment shifts to the focus from public opinion to personal conviction, challenging the disciples to articulate their own understanding of his identity after hearing various societal views. Yeah. I believe you're the creator of all. You're the definition of love. And you define what love is. And you define how we can love each other. And through him, all things are made, man. All right? Articles of impeachment introduced against the president looks likely. Who cares, man? Yeah. He was in jail. They had him in the court cases. I knew, you know, they went over Mar-a-Lago. They did all that stuff. I knew it wasn't going to matter. I knew he was going to become the president, and I don't get into any of that stuff. I think it's all garbage, man. I did not know that, Sam. That's a nice credit. Thank you. I also worked on Kevin James's show, Kevin Can Wait. I'll get my resume out one day and show you guys my resume and be like, no way. Let me see. I'll find my old resume out here somewhere it's in an email. You guys want to see the last 7 minutes? I'll show you my old resume. I think I got it. You ever go through old emails when you used to beg for work? You know, I need a job. Oh, so I found my resume, man. Only thing, it has my phone number on it, so I don't think I can show it. You know what I mean? I can like dip it down. It has an old address and a phone number. So look, I mean, I did a lot, you know. I went to St. John's University. You know, I learned how to become an editor. I was proficient in After Effects, Photoshop, visual effects, animation prep, green screen, compositing, keywork and editorial, multicam techniques, tape and tapeless workflows from offline to conform, ARRI, Alexa, LUTs, Avid, Unity, Sans, Nexus, and ISIS setup, maintain troubleshooting and management of media with in-server settings, project maintenance and organization, man. I was a boss, man. I did Red Car Post. I started at this little place out of school. I got to Northern Lights. They laid me off here. They fired me here. I then started my night shift at Left Right. I did that for like 7 years from 7 p.m. to 3. I did Quest of Love. I remember that. I did a feature film for a buddy. I started my YouTube channel, Remote Chief Inc., right? And I'm still doing that to this day. That's media. I do Fluent for my buddy. They run a company that's on the NASDAQ or on the New York Stock Exchange. Beach Flip I did. Mob Wives, Larger Than Life, Big Ange Celebration. I was a union editor on that. I was the lead assistant on the President Show, which I actually, back then, I was more Dem, so I changed, you know. Full Frontal with Sam B, very democratic shows. Then I got Kevin Can Wait, Kevin James Comedy Special, Break with Michelle Wolf, The Patriot Act with Hassan Minaj, and then I was working with David Letterman this is like when I was probably becoming, and then I worked with David Letterman, and that was my career. I made his show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, and then I started this channel, and it blew up, and I didn't have to do that work ever again. I look at that resume and I'm like, man, that was my life, man. I worked so hard for so many years to get where I was, bro. Took me a long time, you know. I got a rap album out there if you ever want to find out. Like, I've done a lot with my life. I love life. I love pushing it to the limit, and I'm just excited to be here with everybody on the show today. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Right? Yeah, so I was an accomplished guy. I was making 110, 120 grand a year in the TV business. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was behind a screen for 7 to 10 hours a day, and I barely got an hour for lunch. And I was sick of not inspiring people, not going after my dreams, and not changing my life, right? We're still inside this long that I called at the bottom here. You're in position. I'm up 115. It's taken, and look, see how long this takes? Eventually I'll go and I'll hit. See, other one, they want to make money fast. They want to scalp the 1 second. They need to make $5 grand in 10 minutes, right? Found it long ago, bro, has bars, man. You're funny. Life Elixir. Yeah. Love to see the old channel. It's inspiring. Yeah. You have to be great at the start, but it helps. You're a really cool person. Thank you. You're a cool person. We could hang. You know what I mean? Congrats on all of that. Hey, man, thank you. It was hard work. I took a night shift from 175 a night. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a friend, an uncle. No one could phone in. I had no contacts in the TV or the film industry. None. I moved to New York by myself. Got to St. John's. And, you know, my dad was an eye worker. My mom was a school teacher. They had no connections in that industry. I didn't have a lawyer's. You know, my sister helped me a little bit. She got further. She was in that industry, and she gave me some work. Yeah. So we're watching to see if this could pump further to the upside here. We made massive gains in the channel today. I gave a call earlier this morning that I already took gains on, and we're already doing good. We showed you how to do proper risk management. The short didn't play out perfectly, but it was kind of nilly-willy, and I guess you could have gone extra hard, and there was some gains there. But I didn't feel like over-risking at the moment. We want to see how this plays out. Let's get the news of the war for the next few days. Let me ask Grok the latest and greatest, and then we'll go from there. I got a new picture on X, just so you know, if you're confused, that is me. All right, it's not, you know, and I got the check back, but that's me right there, a new picture on X. My God, man. You know what I mean? The most interesting man in the world, bro. Like, come on, man. International man of mystery. Like, stay thirsty, my friends. You know what I mean? But yeah, so just in case you were at Twitter and you're like, wait, is this an impersonator? No, I changed my profile pic last night. Since 1968, the same picture. Where are the videos? Where's 24/7 live stream? I call BS on the moon missions. Says Carl the Moon. I'm with them on a lot of that. And I don't care if you judge me for it. Banks are a little that don't want competition, 100%. Facts. They want to control us and not let us use our money, dude. Like, it's it's crime. Just in White House study finds banning stablecoin yield has minimal impact on bank lending. Yep. Do not ruin anyone's business, but paying $200 a month or even $300 for all. Yeah, you're funny. Web guys have left Dubai and returned home. They thought the bug in the algorithm would last forever. However, very wrong. State benefits are paying the enrolled mandatory service. Now on state benefits and preparing to be enrolled for mandatory. This is crazy, man. Brian Johnson, bro. Nick O'Neill. They are lying to you about the moon, says Carl the Moon. Breaking, Iran to charge fully loaded oil tankers $1 per barrel in crypto, including Bitcoin, to pass through the Strait of Hormuz during the 2-week ceasefire. I mean, that's good for Bitcoin, dude. Are you kidding me? Is that really true? Hold up. I send this to Grok and I do some research on it. Everyone, this is breaking news. This came out 2 hours ago. Shout out to the Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Melker. I'd love to get him on the channel one day. Scott, you're awesome, man. We love you, bro. He's going to be on Yahoo. He's doing his thing. He's got a family. He's a family man. God bless you, Scott. Thank you for everything you do for cryptocurrency and finance, man. It's awesome. The Wolf of all streets, man. Scott Melker, bro. The guy's a grinder. He's a grinder. Straight up. And like me, I think he was in music or DJ or something. So here we are on Grok. Yes, this is real breaking news. Iran is indeed planning to impose a transit toll of $1 per barrel. That's actually not that. That's actually pretty cheap. Like, that's pretty kind of fair. Passing through the Strait of Hormuz during the current 2-week ceasefire, with payments required in cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, to help evade international sanctions. According to the Financial Times report published April 8th, Iran's oil and gas petroleum products exporters union's Hamid Hosseini confirmed the details. Tankers must email Iranian authorities with their cargo details. Authorities then calculate the toll, $1 per barrel, and provide instructions for a quick crypto payment. Bitcoin is explicitly cited as an option. The payment window is deliberately short, seconds to prevent. This is amazing. Like, this is a cryptocurrency. Like, the crypto markets are acting positive. Bitcoin's a lot of all surging on the news as it highlights the real world utility for Bitcoin. Guys, this is awesome. Like, content for crypto folks and crypto life. This is just random headline. It's a potential milestone for Bitcoin's adoption in high-stakes international trade, especially as nations seek alternatives to trading banking system. All right, team. Fire clip, fire clip, fire clip, fire clip, fire clip, team, fire clip. Huge news today, folks. Huge news today. During the ceasefire, Iran to charge fully loaded tankers $1 per barrel in cryptocurrency, exclusively talking about Bitcoin. They really kind of want to push you to pay in Bitcoin, but they'll take Solana and ETH, I'm sure. It's probably the top three that they're going to mainly focus on. This is a huge deal. Crypto markets reacted positively. Bitcoin, Solana, and others surging on the news as the highlights real-world utility for Bitcoin as the sanctions-resistant fast settlement payment rail in the global energy trade. This is why Bitcoin was created, and this is the freedom to do business cross borders, no sanctions. This is it. This is huge news. You heard it here first with the lifer. So that's awesome, folks. I am just like, woo, woo. So that's why we are boosting. That's why today we're likely going to continue. Every time someone's got to buy Bitcoin and they got to pay in it. Look, this is about the blast. That's my model right there. Let's go to the 30-second. I'm going to show you that the 30-second probably has the blast off for you. There is my trade right there on the 30-second chart. And you can clearly see I'm about to trade the 1 second. Hold on. I'm about to trade the 1 second. I really am. Hold on here. God bless you all. What a show it was today, man. I swear 2 hours, it feels as if 2 hours is never enough. But if I talked more than that, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how I've made it this far. This is insane. Like, God has just given me such a beautiful hand to play, man. I was good to people, man. I never walked by women with their baby carriages in New York City. If they were in the train and they couldn't get up the stairs, like, I always made a point to help people, man. I saw homeless people. I fed them. I saw blind people. I walked them through the streets. If you needed help and I walked by you, I was going to help you, man. And I did it my whole life, all the time. And, I remember one day I was late for work a little bit. I knew I could be like 10 or 20 minutes. It wasn't the biggest deal, but I was a little late. And I came out of the station, and as I got out, the bus pulled up on the corner. A blind man got out. He goes, "Anyone? I need help walking 3 blocks east. Anybody? And just person after person, whether they noticed, didn't hear, or just didn't care. I heard him. And when I heard him, I heard God say, "You heard him. You can't act like you didn't hear him." And I said, "You're right, God." And so I had to help him walk 3 blocks because I was obligated, because I heard his voice. Like, what are you going to say? No? You know what I'm saying? Like, so my whole life, man, if I knew I could step in, I had to. Like, I always watch those videos where, like, a bystander's getting hurt and nobody does anything. Like, I'd at least, like, I'd do something, man. I would never allow someone just to get completely demolished in front of me. I couldn't do it. So, look, we're trading the 1 second. This is basically the flag on the 30-second. It does show the model, right? So it shows that we could get this money here. They don't have the 30-second here. I really preferably would like the 30-second. I want to see if I can trade this 1 minute, this 1 second here. Like the way you would trade another asset, So we're going to go to 71,560. Our stop's going to be at 71,237. Just as if we were going to trade it regularly, and then we're just going to calmly move this over, and we're going to go very small on the 1 second. I don't go too hard. Dang, man, I put that in already. I don't have no time for those shenanigans. We're just going to go like $100 on the 1 second. 1 for 239. I've only traded the 1 second, like, I don't know. Let's see. You can easily just lose money on the 1 second. It's insane. Look at it, dumped so fast. Right after I bought it, done. Just go get my $100, right? Let's see. Hold that 200. You better hold that 200. See how yesterday we took this trade on the 1 hour yesterday. It was the same trade. See how the 1 second just showed you how to trade the 1 hour? Let me pause this. And then I'm going to go to Twitter. See this? This is the same trade we just made yesterday right here. When I got the bounce off the 200 and we ripped, same thing that just happened on the smaller time frames. What did I just do with the MEXC chart? What the? I just had a chart open, man. I can't even see the trade anymore. Did I literally close it? I didn't think I closed it. Man, where the heck? All right. I guess I hit the close button. I've been telling the truth since 1999, baby. Man. Dang, man. I just had the 1 second. I would have sworn I didn't close that trade. It's down 29, so there's a good chance we win it. And I'm just having fun with you. Just trading the 1 second is not like it's not going to, I'm going to do most of my life, but it's fun. So what I wanted to show you though on that 1 second was that was the same. See how we bounced off the 200 and ripped? Wow, then they dipped it. It's looking pretty ugly there. I still got faith that the trade will go well. You need what? Why? Where's your purse? You can unlock the car with the app. I'm not that savvy. I know, and I probably never even signed back in. We even have the app for the other car. We never use it. Tell me where the keys are so we don't have to do this. I don't know. Where's your pack? Yeah, I mean, go check. I think they should be hanging near the house. No, like, okay. My pack's in my dressing room, my walk-in closet. I don't know what the heck to call it. Look, I mean, I can trade the 1 second. Oh, come on, man. Like, look at this thing. That's a beautiful flag on the 1 minute. It is below the 200, but it's supposed to get up to we're supposed to pump to this 200. That's when I want to take profits. I'm right there. And I got this trade on weeks and MEXC going. So we did trade the 1 second for you. Showed you how it's done. It's crazy, though. Like, it is crazy. But all in all, it played out. It played out, see? And that thing should make higher highs and higher lows and continue to the target at 71,560 for Bitcoin. All right. All right, let's take a look here if we get the likes up to 750 so I can hook y'all up. 679, we didn't do it again. I'm so confused. So weird. I give free trades every day. I've never taken a day off. I tirelessly talk about God and tell you how God is my number one. Like, I don't get into drugs and alcohol. I don't spew a bunch of nonsense. I just don't. What did I do? Like, to not receive the likes of all the people here? Like, there's 300 people that watch me but secretly hate me? I don't know. I know that's not true because God is so loving and God sends beautiful people in my life. Let's get to 750 likes, everybody. Come on. It's not that hard, so we can give people something. Like, if you don't hit the like button, you don't want to have someone else get $100. You're taking away from the rest of your life. I'm giving everyone a chance right now to be good, to be karmatically loving. Like, this is your chance to be karmatically loving, like to let go, to give. You get to give something right now. Like, your like is a giving thing. Like, you get to give. I give all the time. Like, I'm about to give right now when you guys get to 750. And that's the beauty of this. Let's not like let's not derail the plan here. Thank you. 765 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Now we get to hook 2 people up. All right. Okay. Let's take a look here. Oh, I'm going to throw you guys off now. What flavor shot am I holding? I take different shots. I take all different types. Beats, this, that, all sorts of stuff. What flavor shot am I holding in my hand? What flavor shot am I holding in my hand? You might say it, but I have to see it and say it. So, what flavor shot am I holding in my hand? Trick question, right? We got to let it keep coming in. We got to let it rip for a while. What flavor shot am I holding in my hand? A bunch of you people, yeah. I mean, it's only like a few shots that I take. You guys know I'm a open book over here, right? Blueberry, hey. So let's take a look here. What flavor shot do I have in my hand? And a bunch of you are going to say the right answer. I'm just going to pick someone that I see, all right? So don't get pissed if you wrote the answer and you don't win. It's about me seeing it and you writing it. It has to happen at the same, it's all together. This guy here, hold on. The real futurist, Rex Futurist. You win, dude, Rex. Email us from this channel, all right? Sorry to blast you out here, but email us from this channel, all right? Arthur Towns, we love you, bro. Email us from this channel and get your $100. You could also get a free month in the Discord. It's up to you. You let me know, okay? Completely up to you. While they're retesting now, this has been a slow grind today, Some days you don't make money immediately. You make money when the market gives it to you. When you can remain patient longer than the market can remain solvent, right? Okay. Here we go. I'm holding a marker. What color marker am I holding? I'm holding a marker in my hand, a dry erase board marker. What color marker am I holding? Will be revealed. Let's see what people say here in the chat. What color marker am I holding? All right. What color marker am I holding? Let me see what it is. I'm colorblind, so if I get the wrong color, but it's whatever I think it is, how's that? All right. And what a random event of time and space here, right? Let's see. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it coming, chameleon. Chameleon. Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Here we go, ready? And here it will be revealed in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bing, 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 bing. I have to hide my face. There you go. It's a beautiful dry erase blue. I believe that's the color blue. It's almost like the Lambo. And here's the blue I see right there. Wait, I got you. Wait, I'm not. No, wait. Oh no, I tried to catch you. I tried to catch that person, and I lost them. Man, you almost got it. It's almost easier to do like when someone's in full caps, right? But now you're all guessing it already. I gotta go back to before I revealed. All right. Cryptic Quinton. You won, man. Or woman, whoever you may be. I don't know. Let's go to the channel and see if there's a way to find out. But you won, Quinton. We love you. Thank you for jumping on in, man. All right. Email us from this area and either get a month in the trading group or 99. $100. Let us know what you want to do. What you want to do. Boom, boom, boom. So can we continue to the upside? I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the 1 hour to consolidate. Everyone, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. What another amazing show. Tomorrow's my B-Day. We're going to party like it's 1999. We're going to have a blast. Shout out to everybody here on the show. Shout out to all my beautiful people that support and love me every single day. Thank you so much. If you got knowledge, if you learned something, put a 333 in the comment. Let the world know you're high frequency. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I studied millionaires, billionaires, and even successful people that didn't make money, but they went after their dreams. And you know what I found? They all did the same thing. They all had something in common. They had a secret to success. You know what that secret is? It's getting started.